Hello guys, I'm Kiri, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about the very first, the original Audi Coupe Quattro. The example what we have here today is first registered in April 1981, so it's one of the very first, very early cars. It's absolutely original factory car. Everything, the paint, the decals, the interior, the engine, even the wheels, everything is absolutely original. Audi Quattro was presented for the first time at the Geneva Motor Show in 1980, or exactly 40 years ago, and was revolutionary Audi technology 4x4 Quattro. All the world was very excited about this new technology car, and everyone was waiting for the real test. Of course, many customers paid the deposit, so the interest for this car was absolutely amazing. In the beginning, Audi was planning to build very low numbers of this model, maybe just 400 cars. But how I said, the interest was very big, so on the end of the production run in 1991, they built over 11,500 of this amazing model. Very early cars like this up front of us are only left-hand drive examples, because how I said, they was planning to build only approximately 400 units. But because actually they start to producing the car in big numbers, in October 1982, Audi started the production of the right-hand drive examples as well. But let's go back 40 years ago in 1980, or even a little bit early. Everything starts from here. The Audi engineer, Jorn Bessinger, see the potential in the Volkswagen military vehicle. In some points, they can perform better than the only rear-wheel drive cars. He talked to the Audi boss Ferdinand Piech, and the project was with the green light. Ferdinand Piech was also a key part of the design of the car, so he's even one of the designers of the Audi Coupe Quattro. And this design was amazing back on 1980. First, you notice the wheel fenders with the special extenders, then the alloy wheels, the front four lights, the underdoor seals, the spoiler on the back, the bumpers painted in the main color with the integrated indicator and additional lights in the front bumper was absolutely amazing. The looks is very aggressive. Then you realize this is a not usual Audi. This is a special model. After, after that, you read the technical specification. Front longitudinally mounted engine, 5-cylinder, yes, 5-cylinder, inline, 2144 cc. Turbo, 200 horsepower, four-wheel drive system, Quattro. Then you read one more time to realize what you see actually is true. The early versions are only with 2 valves per cylinder. After 1989 they changed to 4 valves per cylinder, so this car is only with 2 valves, or in total 10 valves. But everyone's saying the 2 valves engine sounds better than the later 4 valves. So it's single overhead cam with turbocharger and intercooler, 200 horsepower, 285 Newton meter of torque, acceleration from 0 to 100 km per hour or 62 miles per hour, 7.1 seconds. The maximum speed of the car was 220 km per hour or 137 miles per hour. We're talking about 1980 and Audi. Alloy wheels are made at home, Volkswagen and Audi. Early versions 6 by 15 inches with 205 60 by 15 tires. Then they changed to 8 by 15 inches and tires 215 50 by 15 Pirelli Cinturato C5. The gearbox is 5-speed manual only, so there is no option with automatic transmission or 6-speed, so only 5-speed manual. The dimensions of the Audi Quattro are wheelbase 2 meter 524 millimeters. The car is long 4 meter 404 millimeters. Is wide 1 meter 722 millimeters and is high 1 meter 345 millimeters. The weight of the car is between 1290 to 1350 kilograms Depends from the options you want to add to your car. How you know 1980s was the years of the electronics. Many car producers like Mitsubishi Cordia, other Japanese, Opel Kadett, and of course many others, they started producing models with electronic digital dashboard displays. Of course Audi as well. In 1983 they changed the analog instruments with digital display in green color. Some years later they changed the color to orange. This was something very cool early 1980s. To wear electronic digital wristwatch and drive turbo sport car with digital dashboard. Wow, very cool. With smile in your face. Most of the cars, the popular cars actually, they have a nicknames. This Audi Quattro was known and still is known today as UR or UR. UR is German word and means something new or first of kind. First of kind because this model was first of kind, the first sports car with all-wheel drive system or 4x4. Up to 1980, you will not see 4x4 sports car. It was something unusual. 4x4 was only for Jeep, SUVs, special lorries or military machinery, but sports car and 4x4, no way. Of course, this Audi is first of kind. Today, many sports manufacturers producing sports cars with all-wheel drive system because simply they are better than the rear-wheel drive cars only. The power today is extremely up, even more than 1000 horsepower, so most of them preferring Quattro system. Only Koenigsegg, Ferrari and some others still keeping the rear-wheel drive system, but Lamborghini, Bugatti, rally cars, all they using Quattro. We said rally cars. Of course, Audi Quattro was designed for purpose, rally, and is still one of the most successful rally car, Audi Quattro. But we're not gonna talk about the rally history today because we did already a few months ago. But the final word is, it's legendary car. Audi Quattro is absolutely legendary car. Just have a look at the car from this view. The front side of the car looks very aggressive with this bumper, with the integrated lights, the indicators and the fog lights, of course, and the integrated spoiler as well on the bottom of the bumper. Looks very cool. The fenders, just have a look at the fenders, the front and the back ones. And this is 1980, and Audi was the first car manufacturer to use these fender extenders for the sports model. Many years later, BMW and Lotus, they copy actually this model, this design of the fenders, and they did to them models. So 1985, BMW M3 and then Lotus XL. The backside as well, just have a look with the spoiler on the boot, the sign Quattro on the right and on the left Audi, the twin exhausts on the left side, just have a look, Quattro. 1980 to see this one on the sports car looks something very cool. The bumper as well, in the same colors, the wheels, alloy wheels specially made by Volkswagen Audi of course, the wheels, the tires 205 60 by 15, and just have a look at the spoiler on the back, was very cool. And the wiper of course on the rear screen, of course is very cool. The Quattro sticker on the window, the rear window as well, and the sticker Audi emblem on the door. This is highly recognizable for Audi Quattro. Here is some history about the car, how I said before. This is 1981 Audi Quattro model, first was registered 1981 April, but the car actually was presented for the first time in Geneva Motor Show in 1980, and they was in production up to 1991 with 11,500 in total. Just have a look one more time, the front side of the car, very aggressive, with the grille between the four lights, something very really nice. The American cars on that era, they was mostly with four lights, but let's now give attention to these fender extenders, how I said, and the wheels. Just have a look from this view. And the underdoor seals as well. They're part of the Audi Sport equipment for the Audi Quattro model. The wheels are made in Germany, West Germany, of course, West Germany, because on that time there were two Germanys, East and West, but this is made in West Germany. One more time on the front. And because the engine is 5-cylinder in line, so it's very long and it's longitudinally mounted, so it's not space for the radiator to be in front of the engine behind the grille. That's why they move the radiator on the left side of the engine, so the radiator is a little bit back on the left side of the engine, and with special air duct, of course the air is going to the radiator to keep the right temperature. But just have a look one more time. Very, very cool model. How I said, these fenders 1980, and then of course how I said BMW, Lotus, they copy, and of course other car manufacturers, they copy these fenders for them sport models. But it's amazing. 2 doors only, sport coupe, the backside with spoiler, 1980s, and this long rear light from the left to the right side. Of course it's not light, but it's just a reflector, but looks very, very cool. And the spoiler under the rear bumper as well. Very beautifully made car with, of course, washers on the lights on the front. Very, very cool and very beautifully made car. This color, especially this color is one of the early colors and suits very nice to this Audi Quattro. Of course, the interior was very nicely made with sport seats. The materials are nice as well. But how you can see on the side, on the doors, the Audi emblem, the stickers, something very, very cool. Most of the sport cars in 1980s, they had this some kind of stickers, turbo or some different, so it was very, very cool back on the day. So guys, I hope you liked the video about this very early versions Audi Coupe Quattro. Please subscribe my channel and see you next time, guys. Bye!